Welcome back to Catholic Charities online training system. This is Jim Becker, and today we're going to be going over in this session the process of filters. Now, filters are very powerful when it comes to managing the inflow of messages coming into your inbox, but also being able to apply the appropriate filter mechanisms and be able to get them relabeled and possibly even redirected into your label folders instead of just keeping everything here in your inbox. It also makes it very easy for us to be able to then manage and quickly identify new messages coming from certain individuals or certain subject matter uh, within your email tracking system. So let's get started here. First thing we're going to do is let's do a search. So let's search out Jim. Within here, as I can click on the search category for Jim, and it pulls in all the different things there. You'll notice over here in the right drop down arrow it says show search items, or options, I should say. And then I can do anything that's from. I can type in the person's email address, and I can just say, we could say it's the email address, or we could say it has the words or subject matter. We can get pretty specific here. We could have it within X amount of days. I could say anything that's within the last year, 3 days, 1 week, etc. So we'll just make sure we grab everything right now and go ahead and create a filter with the search. Now when creating this filter, so I'm going to tell it to go ahead and skip the inbox. So it's not going to stay in the inbox. And I'm going to apply a label. Now when I apply the label, I'm going to have to create a label to be able to do it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll say Jim Becker. And now Jim Becker is actually, because he's part of the IT department, I'm going to nest it under IT department as well. I also want this to match the other two matching conversations that are coming along with that as well. So that way everything that's related to Jim Becker then gets ported over into the label that gets created to it. So once I click on the Jim Becker label, I can go ahead, I can color code it. We'll make him green. So within the folder itself, you won't see the green label apply, but when I go back over here to the inbox, I shouldn't see any messages from Jim at all. But if I were to actually take this message and move it out, so if I click on a message and I say I want to return this, let's say move to and move back to the inbox, you'll see that that filter then gets applied. Because I had to manually move it back into the inbox is the only reason I'm able to do that. If you notice, the message didn't stay there, and any future messages that come from Jim Becker will then go directly over to here instead of here into the inbox itself. So that's how you do filters, and you can actually create those filters to be able to come directly over into your labels. Now, it comes to the point of managing filters, is what we do is we can come over to our settings tab, or settings gear I should say, click on settings, and then click into filters. And then this is the other way where you can add and create filters very quickly with specific criteria. Rather than dealing with the inbox, you can actually come in and create a new filter as well. So you can create it right here. In this case, I'm going to do it from anything that's coming from Doug. We'll go ahead, click on that, and I'll create a filter with that particular search. It's going to ask, what do you want to do with this? I'm going to go ahead and create a new label for Doug as well. Providing I spell his name right. Go ahead and create that. And also apply that to the 4 other matching conversations. I create that filter, and as you'll see over here, Doug is then brought over here. Now because I didn't nest him under the IT department, he stands by himself. But also you'll see that I have these different matches that are set up for this. So for matches for Doug, do this, skip the inbox, etc. That is how you create filters and how you can more effectively manage the inflow of conversations coming into your inbox. Hope that's been helpful for you, and I look forward to having more conversations with you in the chat room. Thank you much. Talk with you soon.